Hi, this is Dan from Inclusion Space, and a lot of people are talking about RTI. It stands for Response to Intervention. So what does it mean? Here I found the RTI Action Network website is rtinetwork.org, and it has a little bit about it. It says Response to Intervention, also known as RTI, is a multi-tier approach to the early identification and support of students with learning and behavior needs. The RTI process begins with high-quality instruction and universal screening of all children in the general education classroom. Struggling learners are provided with interventions at increasing levels of intensity to accelerate their rate of learning. These services may be provided by a variety of personnel, including general education teachers, special education teachers, and specialists. Progress is closely monitored to assess both the learning rate and level of performance of individual students. Educational decisions about the intensity and duration of interventions are based on individual student response to instruction. RTI is designed for use when making decisions in both general education and special education, creating a well-integrated system of instruction and intervention guided by child outcome data. For RTI implementation to work well, the following essential components must be implemented with fidelity and in a rigorous manner. High-quality, scientifically based classroom instruction. All students receive high-quality, research-based instruction in the general education classroom. Ongoing student assessment. Universal screening and progress monitoring provide information about a student's learning rate and level of achievement, both individually and in comparison with a peer group. These data are then used when determining which students need closer monitoring or intervention. Throughout the RTI process, student progress is monitored frequently to examine student achievement and gauge the effectiveness of the curriculum. Decisions made regarding students' instructional needs are based on multiple data points taken in context over time. Tiered instruction. A multi-tier approach is used to efficiently differentiate instruction for all students. The model incorporates increasing intensities of instruction, offering specific research-based interventions matched to student needs. Parent involvement. Schools implementing RTI provide parents information about their child's progress, the instruction and interventions used, the staff who are delivering the instruction, and the academic or behavioral goals for their child. Each of these essential components is addressed in the Include Essential Components section of this website. Once again, this is the rtinetwork.org. Though there is no single thoroughly researched and widely practiced model of the RTI process, it is generally defined as a three-tier or three-step model of school supports that uses research-based academic and or behavioral interventions. The three-tier model is described below. Tier 1, high-quality classroom instruction, screening, and group interventions. Within Tier 1, all students receive high-quality, scientifically based instruction provided by qualified personnel to ensure that their difficulties are not due to inadequate instruction. All students are screened on a periodic basis to establish an academic and behavioral baseline and to identify struggling learners who need additional support. Students identified as being at risk through universal screenings and/or results on state or district-wide tests receive supplemental instruction during the school day in the regular classroom. The length of time for this step can vary, but it generally should not exceed 8 weeks. During that time, student progress is closely monitored using a validated screening system such as a curriculum-based measurement. At the end of this period, students showing significant progress are generally returned to their regular classroom program. Students not showing adequate progress are moved to Tier 2. Tier 2, targeted interventions. Students not making adequate progress in the regular classroom in Tier 1 are provided with increasingly intensive instruction matched to their needs on the basis of levels of performance and rates of progress. Intensity varies across group size, frequency, and duration of intervention. The level of training of these professionals providing instruction or intervention. These services and interventions are provided in small group settings in addition to instruction in the general curriculum. In the early grades, kindergarten through third grade, interventions are usually in the area of reading and math. A longer period of time may be required for this tier, but it should generally not exceed a grading period. Students who continue to show too little progress on this level of intervention are then considered for more intensive interventions as part of Tier 3. Tier 3, intensive interventions and comprehensive evaluation. At this level, students receive individualized intensive interventions and that target the student's skill deficits. Students who do not achieve the desired level of progress in response to these targeted interventions are then referred for a comprehensive evaluation and considered for eligibility for special education services under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004, IDEA 2004. The data collected during Tiers 1, 2, and 3 are included and used to make the eligibility decision. It should be noted that at any point in the RTI process, IDEA 2004 allows parents to request a formal evaluation to determine eligibility for special education. A response to intervention process cannot be used to deny or delay a formal evaluation for special education. In addition to variations in the tiers used to deliver RTI services, schools use different approaches and implementation such as problem solving, functional assessment, standard protocol, and hybrid approaches. Although there are many formats for how a school might implement RTI to best serve the needs of its students, in every case RTI can be a school-wide framework for efficiently allocating resources to improve student outcomes. So check out this website. There's a lot more information on response to intervention. I see a blog, contact, a toolkit for learning disabilities, checklists, research and support for response to intervention, diversity and disproportionality, behavior supports. A lot of resources here on this page to check out, and different levels of education from pre-K to higher ed. So give it a look. Comment below if you've had experience with response to intervention. What are your thoughts about it? Like if you thought this was useful, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.